Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jack Knott, and I'm the Dean of the USC Sol Price School of Public Policy. And it's really great to see so many of you here on a Los Angeles rainy afternoon. You never know when it rains, but it's great to see all of you here, and I welcome you to the Center on Philanthropy and Public Policy's 5th Leadership Forum. I'd like to begin by recognizing the Center's Board of Advisors. Our board represents a group of extraordinary leaders from philanthropy and the community who have made a significant contribution to the Center. Their wise counsel, support, and encouragement is critical to the Center's development and accomplishments. So please stand as I call your name, remain standing, and we will recognize you as a group. Fred Ali, Ken Brecher, Scott Brittingham, Wendy Guerin, Irene Hirano Inouye, Kathy Hession, Jeff Hoffman, Margot Leonetti O'Connell, Lisa Fredericks Parker, Michael Ryan, Trent Stamp, Lisa Stevens, Esther Wachtel, and Wendy Wachtel, our Board of Advisors. As Dean of the Sol Price School of Public Policy, I take great pride in the many accomplishments of the Center on Philanthropy and Public Policy over its 13-year history. I especially want to acknowledge Jim Ferris for his leadership of the Center and his leadership in the philanthropic community. He and his faculty conduct important research that helps us better understand philanthropy and nonprofits and the important role they play in solving problems that confront our community. So let's have a round of applause for Jim Ferris. The role of the Price School is to prepare tomorrow's leaders and to produce knowledge that provides innovative solutions to some of society's most pressing issues. The school's ultimate goal is to improve the quality of life for people and their communities here and abroad. In fact, the Price School was one of the first public policy schools in the country to recognize the importance of philanthropy and nonprofits, in addition to government and business, in solving our most pressing public problems. The Center on Philanthropy and Public Policy contributes to the Price School's mission by conducting groundbreaking research and analysis. From its studies on California foundations and the new philanthropist to its analysis of foundation strategies and public policy, the Center conducts research that is powerful, rigorous, relevant, and accessible to a wide range of constituencies. And it helps to educate a new generation of aspiring leaders in philanthropy and the nonprofit sector. As one of the nation's leading voices at the intersection of philanthropy, nonprofits, and social policy, the Center contributes to the school's curriculum, both at the undergraduate and the graduate level, and is a big reason why the school is nationally ranked by the U.S. News and World Report as having one of the top 7 programs in philanthropy and nonprofits in the nation. And I am very proud that the Center has brought together such a stellar group of leaders for this impressive program. One of the Center's hallmarks is its role as a premier convener of leaders from philanthropy, nonprofit sector, government, and business to discuss important issues affecting philanthropy and its role in public problem solving. Indeed, this is the 5th Leadership National Forum in which the Center has engaged key decision makers, thought leaders, and researchers in discussions about the opportunities and challenges that philanthropy faces as it seeks to fulfill its promise. It is clear that the Center has achieved many successes since its founding in 2000. And as is evident from this impressive gathering, it is also clear that it has laid the foundation for an even more prosperous and robust future. So I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today for the Center's 5th Leadership Forum, and I look forward to stimulating conversations and how meaningful change can be achieved through philanthropic imagination, innovation, and impact. And now I would like to introduce a dear friend who many of you know, Fred Ali, President and CEO of the Weingart Foundation. Fred offers great leadership to the sector, and not surprisingly, also to the center as chair of its board of advisors. His enthusiasm, encouragement, and wise counsel are invaluable to Jim and me as we work to advance the work of the center. Please join me in welcoming Fred Ali.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Jack, for those kind remarks, and welcome everyone. As some of you know, I have just returned from a wonderful 3-month sabbatical. So it's great to see a lot of good friends and colleagues who I've not seen for a while. Unfortunately, I still have to go back to the office, but it's good to be back. And I also want to welcome our many visitors from across the state as well as across the nation. I want to add my thanks not only to Jim Ferris, but also to the entire center team. And I want to please indulge me. I want to mention by name these folks because they do a great job. Nick Williams, Natalia Padilla, Megan Flagg, and Carolyn Stevens. So join me in a round of applause. They've done a great job. I also want to thank our many sponsors of the forum. This obviously would not have been possible were it not for the many sponsors who stepped up to support this great program. We're most appreciative of our lead sponsor, the Bank of America, our track sponsors, Goldman Sachs, the PIMCO Foundation, Wells Fargo, Avery Dennison, the Boeing Company, the Carol and James Collins Foundation, Edison International, the Lawrence Welk Family Foundation, and the Center's philanthropic partners. And if I can, I'd like to take a moment and just talk a little bit about the philanthropic partners. I see many of you in the audience. There's too many of you to mention by name. But the philanthropic partners are individuals and organizations who help to support the center, not only forums like this, but also other center gatherings, and also the research and analysis that is at the heart of the center's work. So without our philanthropic partners, this work would not be possible, and I want to thank you very much for your efforts as well. Let me now turn to our program. I think it is really a very, very rich program and something that I'm sure everyone here is going to enjoy. I would just urge you all to take not only advantage of the plenaries and the breakout sessions, but as I'm sure you all will, take advantage of one another. This is a rich group of people, a very creative, talented group of people, and I think the conversations that will come from this in the hallways, outside of the sessions, just add to the event, and I'm really interested in hearing more about that as I run into people throughout the next 2 days. It was 13 years ago that, you think sometimes 13 days, huh, Jim? 13 years ago that the center was launched with the first forum, What is New About New Philanthropy? I think it was actually in this room, if I'm not mistaken. Since then, the center has organized convenings like this to bring together the leading voices in philanthropy to discuss ideas, test assumptions, and provoke conversations about how philanthropy can make the greatest impact on addressing the problems that we as a community and as a nation confront. By bringing together leaders with varied perspectives and roles in philanthropy and the nonprofit sector, we hope to affect meaningful change by bringing people like yourself together to solve problems. Whether it's in the plenaries or breakout session, the program is intended for you to learn, share, and connect in areas that are most relevant to the work you do. Tomorrow's, let me start off with some more specifics about the sessions that you're going to participate over the next 2 days. Tonight, we are very, very pleased with our opening plenary. Tom Steyer and Kat Taylor are going to present a powerful framework for understanding the philanthropic arc, from imagination to innovation to impact, as they act on their giving pledge. Tomorrow's plenary breakfast, with board trustees of leading regional, national, and international foundations, will walk us through some key challenges that trustees face in leading their foundations. And the luncheon plenary, which I'm very pleased to be able to moderate, will bring together some of our most creative and innovative leaders and effective leaders to imagine for us the potential impact that philanthropy can have in Southern California and beyond. The themes of imagination, innovation, and impact are examined in greater depth in the more intimate breakout sessions. The imagination sessions look at how to realize the potential of philanthropy through the creativity and the passion of individual donors, as well as how philanthropic values can be shared across generations, and the powerful role women play in philanthropic decision-making. The panels on innovation feature new approaches that hold promise for making change, from impact investing to collaborations and networks to social media and games that provide a new way to think about and act upon our philanthropy. After the breakout and impact highlights, and the breakouts on impact highlight the range of strategies and practices for making a bigger difference, from how we develop the capacity of organizations and their leaders to how we evaluate and learn from organizations both our successes and our mistakes, and how we scale or spread effective programs. So personally, I am really looking forward to using this opportunity over the next 2 days to reflect on my work in the field of philanthropy, to get a chance to catch up with some old friends, learn some new ideas. It has every expectation to be a very thought-provoking and rewarding couple days.